Hey everyone, Dennis K here with Belize Real Estate. Hope you're all doing well today. Hey, listen, I recently went live. We did a live streaming webinar. We went for 2 hours and 15 minutes, and we talked about all sorts of things to moving down to Belize as an expat, retiring in Belize, how to get used to your new environment. We talked a lot about investing, Airbnbs, rental income, taxes, all that kind of good stuff. But I realized that most of you don't have 2 hours and 15 minutes to sit and watch an entire live stream through. And so what we're doing is we're breaking that up into short segments. Some are 2 or 3, 5 minutes long. Some are 10 to 15 minutes long. And I'm going to be releasing these on my YouTube channel. So if you're interested in any of these topics, look at the subject line below. And if you're interested, spend a few minutes and check it out. I think you'll really find it interesting. And who knows, you might learn something about Belize that you never learned before. So enjoy this snippet of my live stream, and we hope to see you in Belize soon. Judy has a question about the formation of the Chapter 250 corporation and the annual expenses. Does the 10% above the purchase price include those, or are those additional expenses? Okay, so here's the thing on, let me just kind of briefly go over closing cost. So take literally 60 seconds. Whatever property you're purchasing in Belize, it can be a $30,000 lot, $100,000 lot, $1 million home. You always have two expenses. Number one is your closing cost. It's 2% of the purchase price on average. Unless it's a really cheap lot, then it might be 2.5%, 3%. Then you have your stamp tax paid to the U.S. government. No, the Belize government. That's 8%, 5% or 8%. Just budget 8%. So with the 2%, 8%, you're at 10% of the purchase price you pay in your closing costs. Now, the Belize Chapter 250 Corporation, that can take another, it depends. I got to look at the actual cost. It can be $1,200 to $1,500 to form and register. And then the annual renewal fees on that is $375. If the property you're purchasing, Judy, is above a certain dollar amount, I have to look and see what that cutoff is. Basically, you're still paying about 10%, even with the Belize Chapter 250 Corporation. When I find a property, how soon does the down payment have to be received? And should I already have an account in Belize for expediency? Yeah, so absolutely. The question is no, you do not need a bank account in Belize. Most of my clients, 90% of them that are buying and selling and investing in Belize do not have a Belize bank account, right? When you find a property in Belize that's for sale, let's say I post a video, one of those properties I showed on the webinar special. You want that second row lot on the East Coast, you let me know, we write up the deal. You sign as the buyer, the seller signs, I get the completed contract back, we send it to Alberto. Alberto sends you an email. Congratulations, you've got this property under contract. From that point, you normally have 2 to 5 business days to wire your 10% earnest money into Alberto's escrow account. All right, so that's an easy transfer because that goes from your account to Alberto's US dollar account. Direct transfer, easy to do, not a problem. So right now, Wade, you're looking at properties. Great. Look. When you find something, ready to pull the trigger, boom. You pull the trigger, write up the deal. 2 to 5 business days to get the 10% earnest money in. The balance is usually at closing, which is 60 days out if it's a cash deal, or the balance of the down payment is due 60 days out. So for example, if you're financing with 15% down, you put 10% down now, the other 5% at closing, then go to your monthly payments, plus your closing costs, of course. So yeah, don't need a bank to buy property in Belize. Never have, never will. Daniel says Alberto's escrow account is in the US, so easy to transfer money. Correct. So, and here's the interesting thing. Several years ago, the US banking system started to cancel their relationships with hundreds and hundreds of offshore banks, including those in Belize. And what it was that some of the Belize banks also were reciprocal in that. They don't want to work with the US banks anymore because of the reporting and the hassle and the potential for massive fines. Because the U.S. is so sue happy and fine happy that for the smallest infraction, if an offshore bank, whether it be, I don't know, the Caymans, the Bahamas, British Virgin Islands, and the bank, or Belize, if a bank has some small infraction that the U.S. accused them of being involved in money laundering, you can take protections, you can set up systems in place to try to minimize illegal activity. But the bottom line is something is going to get through, right? So what if something were to happen? The Belize Bank is now going to get sued hundreds of millions of dollars for an infraction that they just couldn't help. Belize Bank said, you know what, forget it. I'm not working with U.S. banks anymore. When this happened, a lot of closing companies lost their ability to handle closings, including a lot of lawyers. A lot of lawyers lost their ability. Now imagine this. You're a lawyer in Belize, you're bar certified, and you can't handle a real estate transaction anymore because you don't have a bank anymore where people can actually wire money into. What Alberto and his team did when this happened, they also lost their corresponding bank, but they were able to find one in the United States. So it's Nusenda Credit Union. I think it's out of New Mexico. So Alberto has his main escrow account in the United States. So when you wire your money to buy a property in Belize and you use Alberto and his team, you will wire the money to a U.S. escrow account. And you will wire all of your closing funds and the balance of the money needed to fund the deal, and then Alberto would distribute that from there, either to the sellers in Belize or another part of the world. So yeah, that is a good point, Daniel, and appreciate you bringing that up. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video today. Really appreciate it. If you like these types of videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button below and tune in because we often post several new videos a week, including videos on lifestyle, investing in Belize, new listings, all sorts of good information that you're going to want to know. And also, if you want to hit me up on a live one-on-one Zoom call, the link is below to just simply buy me a coffee. That's all I ask. 1 or 2 coffees, buy one for Steph and I. Let's jump on a Zoom call, talk about your plans for Belize, how we can help make your dreams a reality. All right, thanks a lot. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.